Hey everyone, we're still on soups. We made two before for other videos. I have 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef. I am going to make my take of hamburger vegetable, high protein. Everything I make is I try to do more high protein because if you're new to me, I had bariatric surgery and I have to make sure what I eat counts for my nutrition. So hopefully you're going to be able to hear me once I start sauteing things. Again, looking at you, I need the glasses, but since I'm not cutting, I don't like this spoon for this. Since I'm not cutting, the meat is a little bit frozen, so I'm struggling with it a little bit, but it'll thaw out as it browns. And then I'm going to add a lot of goodness to this pot. Can you see the pot? Now you can see the pot better, I think. I do the best I can. I hope that everybody's able to see what they want. Some people want to see me. Some people want to hear me. Some people want to see the food. I prefer that you see the food and not me. Always. Okay, back to the food. I'm going to put salt and pepper on this. I salt and pepper my meat, as you know. I call it naked meat. I think it absorbs the flavor better. And because this is going to be a soup, I always add a little seasoned salt. My version is a take. I used to work with my best girlfriends back in the day at a little restaurant called Jerry Lynn's. And at that restaurant, I'm getting out the chopper. At that restaurant, you got one of these? When you're doing browning meat. Again, this could be made in my crock pot, but I'm making 4 pots of soup on this stove right now. And I would have done them already if I wasn't doing videos. Hopefully I hit the button. I did. Jerry Lynn's, it was originally. Then my friend Wally bought it. Then it was Forever Young's. And if you're from Johnstown, you know one or all of those 3 places. So they used to make hamburger vegetable soup. Mine's a little different because I do add some other things that weren't in that recipe. That's only because of my diet, not because I want it any better, because theirs was delicious. Earlier I did cream of cauliflower and cheddar cheese and cream of broccoli and cheddar cheese, high protein versions that I've been making. That video is going to be up on YouTube already by the time this one goes up. I start all my soups the same with those soups. 1 whole onion, I had 1 stalk of celery, 1 carrot, 2 cloves of garlic. As you can see right here, I still have 2 cloves of garlic twice because I'm still making another soup after I make this one. The next one's going to be butternut squash and apple, maybe a sweet potato goes in too. I make them up, ladies and gentlemen, but I end up getting disappointed having soup other places. I like my soup. Hopefully you like my soup. So what I'm doing right now is nothing. I'm browning and talking. And I don't want a really long video, but this video is not going to be able to show you to the end because all of this cabbage is going to go in there. So if you don't like cabbage, you're not going to like this soup. I love cabbage. It's got virtually hardly any calories. It's full of fiber and liquids that help nourish and flourish and do good things for your body. I salt and peppered and seasoned salt this. Now I'm going to put in my vegetables to help them go along. Earlier you saw I had 4 portable cutting boards with the onion, the celery, the carrot. However, this one doesn't have a carrot because I put a orange pepper instead. And the reason is, you'll find out what the reason is. So I'm putting all of this in and I'm knocking everything over as I go. I have used probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 cutting boards this morning. So that's all I knocked over was the spoon. A little more salt and pepper to help draw out this good stuff. Notice I'm not tossing that meat yet. I'm trying to get that meat at the bottom to caramelize. Now, if I had a lid, if I knew where I put the lid, I would stick it on there. Oh. No? Wow. So it's a great big orange lid, and it's not a great big kitchen. Come on, Beth. Okay. I don't know. Lori, I've lost it. I'm going to check out for my lid. Hold on a minute. How about the great big orange lid was on the great big orange tablecloth that's covered with pumpkins, so it kind of blended in. I make it up really bad. In the meantime, I'm going to move some of my junk out of the way. When I get done with videos, I spend the next 3 hours cleaning the kitchen. I'm cutting up the garlic without glasses. I'm not using the Pioneer Woman's knife because it's really sharp. It works really well. And I'm using it in the middle of all of this to do this. So I have the Pioneer Woman knife using for butternut squash. You can see I'm cubing it up. It's coming to a kitchen near you. Right now, I want my garlic pretty fine because this is not going to be emulsified with my handy dandy emulsifier because it's not a cream soup. In fact, I can't even eat this soup today because at the dentist's office when they pulled my molar yesterday, they said no tomatoes. I didn't know that. They don't want anything that can go in that little hole and pull out the clot. What I love about grass-fed beef, because someone's going to ask, did I drain my beef? No. This is the 90% lean one. So the little bit of fat that's in there, not only do I want it for flavor, but it's going to help with the vegetables. There was a little olive oil in this pan too, 1 tablespoon. So you have 1 tablespoon, 1 bell pepper of any color, whatever you like, or no pepper if you hate peppers. 1 onion, 1 stalk of celery. The reason I didn't put a carrot in this, and I still could have, and that's probably what Forever Young's and Wally's and Jerry Lynn's did, was because I'm going to add in, this is going to be a really veggie forward. I'm putting the lid back on because that helps soften. A very veggie forward recipe. I'm adding in organic mixed vegetables, which has the carrots, the corn, the green beans, and the peas. There'll be a whole head of cabbage chopped into this, and then some other goodies, which I have to get one of them out. I'm not prepared, people. I forgot about my beans. So I want, you know what? I think I'm going to throw black beans in there. What do you think? I think I was going to do kidney beans, but I think I'm going to throw black beans. So the beans are going to give me fiber and more protein. Her beef did not have, her soup did not have any beans. I don't know. I think I'm doing it. I'm like no one else. So what I'm going to do while this is browning is open this can and rinse them. I don't like all that salty water that comes on beans. So you're going to be staring at my mess, really, basically. And I mean mess. A gallon of olive oil, a teapot, the immersion blender, lids. This is real life cooking. If you've ever worked in a restaurant, you know there's no clean kitchens until the end of the night. Unless you're better than me. So I'm just rinsing my beans. And I'll be right there. I think this is going to be delicious. I'm about ready now to add in the garlic. I am ready to add the garlic. In this one, I'm going to add a little Italian seasoning. I'm going to say a tablespoon. And again, I'm going to pull this off, measure with my heart. So what's good about these aprons, besides the hidden pocket, this is a towel. We all need that. At least I do. Roughly a tablespoon. It gives it something. What do you think so far? Should I go over it again? A pound of meat, an onion, a pepper, a stalk of celery, 2 cloves of garlic, salt and pepper and seasoned salt. Now comes everything else. When I say 1 pot meal, we're not joking. The trick's going to be to get it in the pot. It's going to look like it's not going to fit, but it is going to fit. So this could easily be the stuffed cabbage soup right now. Have you had that? You can add in some rice. Make it, you could have done no cabbage and done peppers and some rice and some tomatoes. That same base, I'm saying. The meat, garlic, onion, celery, peppers. Could have added more peppers, and you could have done stuffed pepper soup, add rice with that same base. Use this, you guys. That's why you got it. I'm going to make it, who knows what I'm going to make it. So I don't have organic, but I have beef broth. I'm putting tomatoes. I'm going to try to saute this up a little. This cabbage, this is where your flavor is going to come from, is that head of cabbage. So the protein's going to come from the beef and these beans. And there's going to be tomatoes. It's going to be a tomato based. Then remember, I'm throwing in a bag of frozen vegetables too. So you're going to have pretty much met a lot of good goals eating this soup. It's kind of like the cabbage soup diet. Remember that soup? We've all done it. I remember eating it for a week, and I hate eating the same thing day in and day out. So that's why you'll see me make 4 soups, and then I'll freeze them, and then, hey, what soup do I want on this cold day? And I'll pull one out. Cabbage soup diet. I can't touch this pan. Of course, pot holder. Was basically just the vegetables and the tomatoes. And I think one of the recipes even called for V8. Does anyone remember that? Has everybody done it? It was like celery, carrots, green beans, all the cruciferous vegetables that you could think of that don't have fat or don't have sugar and starches. So right now, this is just sauteed cabbage, beef, peppers, onions, celery. It's already smelling delicious. The Italian seasoning, the garlic. I'm almost done, and then I can't do a thing until that cabbage is cooked. So in goes, this is a 14-ounce can of tomato sauce. You know what I'm going to do to that can, right? Have you seen me work before? This is stewed tomatoes. I like tomatoes. This one doesn't have anything in it. That one does. 32 ounces of beef broth that I can't open. Again, you could use chicken broth, but I have beef going in, so why would I not? I'm putting some in that can. Do you know why? I bet you do. Because I'm weird. I put water in the cans when there's a lot of thick tomato sauce still on the bottom, so that I can get out every drop of tomato sauce. Now look, clean can. Tomatoes be in my mouth and not in the garbage. And then the 32 ounces of beef broth. This is going to do a medium-low simmer. Oh, and my new addition of my new friends, the black beans. I think I'm going to like it. Now, no other carb is in there. I haven't put pasta in. Sadly, I can't eat this yet because of my tooth. Next week, though, there's going to be some good hamburger vegetable soup. Oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to. They're going in. I don't have to put them in now, but I am going to because I won't remember. Talk about healthy. What do you want to talk about here? I mean, this is a vat of soup that would feed a crowd. That's going to cook down. I'm going to show you the finished product later because I can't pause the phone. I need my phone. So if I pause it, I can't use the phone. I don't know how to come back to a video and I have to leave it sit there in that camera stand on pause. That's just not practical because this soup has to simmer probably 45 minutes on a low simmer in that back burner, which I got to move my cauliflower soup. So I have a very big, delicious looking pot of soup, I think. I'll let you know if I add anything or subtract it. I can't subtract. If I add anything more to it, like a splash, sometimes I do a splash of vinegar. If you ever have a soup that is missing something, pick a balsamic in a beef soup and just do a splash and it gives it a zing or a zang or a zong, something. But that's it. That is my take on a high protein hamburger, very veggie vegetable soup. And I will post the finished product when it's finished. Have a great day and I love you.